Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Chronicles of PastyT. Episode 13, we got Pasty-T looking fly, level 15, Silver Pine Forest. If you don't remember, last time we left him dancing in the middle of the forest because it was taking a long time for me to get these. Let's go ahead and start. Taking a long time for me to get these little cufflinks that he was trying to get off the werewolves, and we had an episode where we ran into that son of a something, if you know what I'm saying. But either way, the elite that is way high, and oh, this is danger, stranger danger. But anyway, so he was left here, and it looks like, we'll go ahead and collect all this. Looks like I got a few herbs to pick up, which is good. Kill these dudes. Yeah, so basically, Pasty was left here, so my rested experience would not have gone up that much compared to leaving in an inn, but that's okay because we have some, so it looks like we have about 22% rested experience ready to go, which is very helpful. Oh, I need to skin this dude. But yeah, so we're just gonna turn these quests in. As you can see, I have 4 to turn in. Over here there's just 1, but the other 2, or the other 3 rather, are elsewhere. 1 is in Undercity, and then 2, or 1 is down here. I don't know where the 4th one is. We'll figure it out. But either way, we are going to just continue questing and maybe see level 16 today. Hopefully, or I should say this episode. We'll see. But either way, we're going to try to avoid that elite because that dude is scary. We don't want to have to fight him, or just die, because there's no way we can fight him at all. Shackles, not what did I call them? Cufflinks. like they're dressed in suits or something, ready to go out on the town. All right, we have some auction house mail. Hopefully it is good. As in, we sold stuff and not just that it expired. So we'll see. We can check that out together because I think there's a mailbox at the little city, little town, hub, whatever you want to call it. So we'll check that out. But either way, yeah, we got to go back that way anyways. So go do that. Yeah, we're gonna go that way anyways. So good deal. But yes, Pasty is ready to return back, clean up his inventory. Just got some stuff to sell. These will be turned in. That. Yeah. Spellbinder's gloves. They're better. They don't have any actual spell power on them. That would have been amazing. Yeah, spell power. So basically, a spell power adds to your base spell. Well, it says that it can add up to. So there could be a 0. So the range is 0 to whatever it gives. But basically, spell power, like right here, it says my Frostbolt can give 58 maximum damage. So that spell power can add to the maximum damage by whatever it says on the tooltip. And it's a very useful trait to have. It's basically just raw damage adding to it, which is nice because, oh, I think he's over here. Oof. Yeah, we're probably gonna avoid that area. I don't know, I'm like curious, but I also know that if that dude's there, he's just gonna destroy me, so there's probably little point to investigate. Maybe we can look. Oh, we might be lucky. Okay, so maybe this isn't. I don't know. I'm still going to peek around this mountain because I have a feeling that this Mage Royal is where that dude is. And if it is, then rest in peace. Okay, good. Oh, you know what? Oh, I don't think I can go this way. So this is the way that I went when I was dead. I wonder if I can go back this way. I don't think I can because it looks like it's too steep, but we'll try. Because if we can, that'll save us from having to walk around. But yeah, it definitely looks way too steep, and I think I just jumped off. But hopefully, cross fingers. I mean, it looks like there's like little places to grab onto. Nah. Pasty, go. Go. That's close, but dang. Alright, never mind. It was a fool's errand. I don't know if that's actually a phrase or not, but... So yeah, we're gonna... Oh, there he is. Ooh. Danger. Yeah, I'm not gonna walk that way. I think that... I think that he'll get me. So we're gonna take a wide berth around him. You know what? Just because I don't want to have to die. Even though the graveyard's not too far away, it's just a waste of time at this point to die to him when I know where he's at. Oh, look at that. Yes. Chill at work. Or frostbitten or whatever it is. It's just like the dude hits you and gets frozen. Like, that's amazing. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, one of the frost talents, Frostbite, basically any of your effect, you know, anything that you do that could chill the target, which slows them down, can also freeze them in place for 6 seconds. And it is amazing. So, especially, you know, stuff like that, like a dude's running after you, you don't feel like messing with him, then he basically just, you know, gets frozen in place for an amount of time, and you can run away safely. So that's nice. So yeah, we're gonna turn in this quest, see if there is a mailbox. I'm crossing my fingers that we sold some stuff and that this measly gold pile will go up. So, and if not, then we'll okay, those can sell. We'll reassess the situation and sell for a lower amount. But the Swift Thistle is really what I'm hoping will sell, because those go for about 85 silver a piece is what the auction house had them listed, and that is amazing, especially considering like I find them at this level and I have 5 more just ready to go. So we'll see. I mean, that's like another 4 gold if that's what they literally are going for.
Hello.
All right, turn this in. Thanks for the buff. Is that better than mine? Same as mine. All right, gotta bring Grimson the Pale's head back to homeboy. So I'll do that. I don't know where that is, but oh yeah, I need to make food and water.
Victory for Sylvanus.
Food and water. Oh, there's a mailbox. Okay, good. Yeah, we'll do that then. Well, ooh, got some stuff sold. Not the Swift Thistle. That's the stuff I wanted. Well, okay, let's count our blessings. Alright, so right now you can see I've earned 10 silver this session, which is not very good. So we'll see after I collect all this what we're actually at. Oh, the silver leaf sold for 50-something cents. Alright, we got a gold 0.66 from all that, which is great, because now we're at 3 gold, which is pretty good for level 15. I'm not going to lie, it's pretty good. And it looks like probably got undercut. Not surprising, considering I think some of the stuff was selling at like over 100% what the market normally sees, which my add-on, I think what it does is it takes an average, and that's the 100%, and then it goes above and below maybe what it's seen in the past. But either way, we're not going to open these up yet, just because I don't have the bag space to really collect them. But what we will do is, I'll probably do this off scenes, but basically what I'm going to do is grab all of this stuff out of my mailbox and combine it with the things that I have in my inventory, and then try to, you know, sell it back on the auction house. So, but good profit, 1.66 gold, just, you know, trying to sell stuff on the auction house. So that's really good. Like I said, it takes about 100 gold to get, there's the guy. It takes about 100 gold to get your mount, and that's considering any sort of rep that you get. So let me pull it up. But basically, your reputation as you go between the different, I don't even know what it's called, but you go from friendly to honored, honored to revered, revered to exalted, and each time that you get to a different stage of rep with that faction, if you were to buy something from that faction, then you get a discount. Now I don't know if the discounts are like if they start at revered or if they automatically start, you know, as you go from like friendly to honored. I'm not sure on the exact mechanics of it, but the higher the rep you have with a faction, usually the bigger the discount you have when you buy stuff with them. So it's pretty nice to have rep with them. And sometimes you can't even buy stuff until you're a certain rep. As I had mentioned before, the Frostwolf Emissary, which is the reputation that you get by doing these people, Frostwolf Clan. It's what you gain by doing Alterac Valley runs, and it's a battleground. But those people have a mount, but you can only get it when you're exalted. So you basically, I mean, once you're exalted, then you have maximum discount anyways. But it's nice because then you get, you know, the mount at the cheapest possible cost, and you know this is 1,000 gold mount, so you want all the discounts you can get. All right, so it looks like Homie is inside this mine shaft, which is, oh god. All right, so we're gonna, I don't know if this is gonna be a good pull, but we're gonna try it. Okay, seems like dude's by himself. All right, cool. Kill him. Check it out. I gotta go inside there to get the head of that Grimson. So let's see if I can get a vantage. Okay, good. Look like they can all be pulled separately. And there's a Wanderer, which is fine. Doesn't look like there's anybody else here. So named characters, like I said before, they, you know, they respawn, but anybody that does a quest, like if there's another guy here that needs the same quest, then he'll need to kill him too. And then basically, like we're waiting for the named character to respawn, which isn't a big deal. It's just it can take longer. So what I'm gonna do is just clear the outside. That way, if I need to pull anybody out of the shaft, since it's tighter in there than it is out here, I can do that without having to worry about dying. Well, we say that. I mean, you've obviously seen me die to very easy circumstances, but it's all good. I think sometimes I get a little carried away and decide to continue without refilling my mana or, you know, my health or assessing the situation. So, but yeah, we'll check it out. Alright, so it looks like he patrols pretty quickly between the inside and outside. We'll go ahead and take care of him now. And then I don't know if that guy's gonna, okay, he will come. So we're gonna polymorph, hit that guy. We're just gonna tank these hits. They hit hard. Oof. May not have been a good idea. Yeah, we're gonna back up. Sorry you can't see the intense gameplay, but basically I want to keep this dude far away from me because they hit pretty hard. Alright, that's good. So my skinning is, what is it, 119, and I think my skill for that goes up to 150. Okay, 150. But I think at 125 I can learn the next higher version, which is pretty cool. So we'll probably do that. Yeah, because then I think it's 150 to 225, and then 225 to 300. Now the good thing about skinning and herbalism is that you don't have to. Oh, oops, okay. You don't have to go do a special quest or go to like some random person in order to learn that. Basically, skinning and herbalism, you can learn the max level from any of the trainers, which is nice because there's a quest for like cooking to get the artisan, which is the max level. And then there's the long quest line for blacksmithing, because you can choose paths. You can be like an armor smith, or you can be a weaponsmith. And then if you're a weaponsmith, you can go between like swordsmith, axesmith, or macesmith. And basically, what that means is that you specialize in that particular craft, and so later patterns that drop are specific to whether you're an armor smith or a weaponsmith or a swordsmith or something like that. So if there's like a really good weapon plan that drops, even if you're a blacksmith level 300, which is the max, you still may not be able to use it because you're not trained as a weaponsmith sort of thing. Alright. Hopefully this is just a single lane corridor, much like Final Fantasy 13. Haha. I don't know if anybody's played that game, but the short and long of my opinion is I felt like it was extremely linear, and it was disappointing, the fact that they had so much potential to make it a better game than it was, but it was still entertaining. Good soundtrack and great graphics, and the combat was pretty fun to run through. But overall, I felt like they dropped the ball when it came to actually making it a true PS3 role-playing game experience. But neither here nor there. And just as a disclaimer, I haven't even played the second or third chapter of that game, so I don't know if it gets better. Let me know. I do feel like, personally, I don't feel like Lightning was the best character to have a 3-chapter story arc to, but again, I could be wrong. Maybe she becomes a better character in the later games, but I felt like it was a little weak. So yeah. Anyways. Alright, where's the dude that we have to kill? Man, there are a lot of guys in here. Oh, he's way back there. I think I'm just gonna have to clear this entire thing out, because I think just by my presence being here, these guys are all gonna come after me, so we're gonna go ahead and clear one by one. I think these are gonna pull together, so I'm gonna treat it as such. I'm gonna refill all the way, and I'm gonna sheep this guy, and if this guy doesn't pull, then I'll just kill that guy by himself. But so if you were a miner, this would be a pretty good node to have, silver. So as a blacksmith, sheep. Level 2 blacksmiths. I have one that's a herbalist. I'm sorry, one that's an armor smith, and one that is a weaponsmith. And I haven't decided whether or not I want to be a sword or a mace or axe specialty of that. But either way, the silver, you really don't use that much. I end up accumulating a lot more silver ore than come on, dude. Was it 20 seconds? It might have been 20 seconds. Either way, I ended up accumulating a lot more silver and gold ore than I used, and it could have just been because they were using specialized pieces that I maybe didn't care to build, but they don't even sell for that great either. So it's not like this is, because it's a uncommon, so it's a rare spawn vein, but you gather it as an uncommon ore, and it's just not that good. So I don't know. True silver though becomes important later in the game, because a lot of the thorium gear that you have to build, you end up needing true silver for that. There's a breastplate that gives health back when you get hit. That's decent. If you have the material for it, it's not too bad. But AoE tanks like it because they're getting hit a lot more, so they have a higher chance to have the proc occur. But outside of that, it's not that great of a piece of armor. It'll get replaced by any sort of raiding gear easily. Oh goodness, look at these guys, they're already back. We're gonna have them dying in here. Alright. I think those guys are gonna. Oh, this one. Yeah, I mean the bodies have already disappeared, so that's kind of crazy. I think I might have said 5 minutes before, but I think the soft respawn timer is 3 minutes. And then depending on if some enemies may have a higher or lower respawn rate. Some of it's dependent on if you kill a bunch of guys. Oh no. That's bad. Alright, so we're gonna... Thank you. We're gonna let my mana regen a little bit. Worst case, we have to use this potion, which will give us about 160 average mana back. Not too bad. It's not the greatest. I like to save those for like super pinch, just because it's good to have, like, if you know, in the sense that I can't just keep this guy sheeped and refill my mana, because right now I can just kind of sit back and let my mana regen on its own, and since I don't have that much mana, it regens relatively quickly. But yeah. Oh my goodness. You know what? We're just gonna run out of here. There are too many guys. I'm gonna die. It's okay. Do that, and I'm going to probably die, but that's okay. We're gonna try to make it back to the road. Okay, good. I think I am free and clear. We're gonna grab this earth root since it's out here. Alright, so that we gambled correctly. I'm gonna go ahead and eat too, because 112 health is not very good. We're gonna go ahead and turn that quest back in. We might go down here, border crossing. Actually, we can go up here now. Level 17's pretty easy, so I think we'll go up there then. I keep looking for a mount. I don't have a mount. Alright, so I'm going to set this coordinate up. And we are going to stick to the road, run around there, get those. That way we have multiple quests to turn in, because, you know, prevent the slingshot back and forth. So yeah. Spicy content right here, just running on a road. I will say the respawn rate of those wolves or werewolves was a little quicker than what I was comfortable with. I mean, it looked like I had to fight every single dude on the way back. So, and it might have been 3 minutes, maybe so. I mean, it's very possible that I took the amount of time that I did to have them respawn. But freeze that guy. So yeah, you can already see how Frost Nova is a just wonderful tool to use. He's broken free, but oh my goodness, he runs so fast. You know what, buddy? What is that? What is going on? Who did I sheep? I'm so confused. Oh, there's two of them. Oh my goodness, wow. That was kind of crazy. I thought I sheeped the guy that was frozen, that was hitting me, and I was so confused. I was like, wow, the game really glitched not in my favor. But alright, so these guys, I'm gonna test something. I don't believe they can get in the water. Yeah, so they're just kinda hanging out, going, hey buddy. So we're gonna let them de-aggro, and then we're gonna grab this Mage Royal. So he's still okay, good, he's done. Basically, they can't get in the water, and they only do melee attacks, so they couldn't hurt me at all. Which is good by me. Alright, so we're gonna swim. We're basically going over to this island, and we're gonna collect. I think I have to kill people. Yeah, so we're gonna kill the Plague Weavers, and is that it? I thought there's two things I had to get. Oh, okay, just one. So we're gonna kill the guys over here. We're gonna collect the rot hide stuff, and then we are going to. Sorry, my headphones are like. There we go, much more comfortable. Yeah, and then we're also going to pick up a quest that's over here. What is it? Resting in pieces. So, it's hard to tell, but the path, that little line that's yellow and orange or whatever, that is the quest giver's patrol path, and so basically we can find them anywhere on that path. But we'll probably run into them just as we're questing through this zone. Either way, I'm gonna clear all these guys out since they will drop the item that I need. We need 8 of them, and hopefully the drop rate's not terrible. But I may end up killing enough guys anyways, just to get the 8. Oh crap. Oh wow. I obviously did not pay attention to my mana, because we're just gonna hang out here. What do I need? 50? Yeah, I know my mana's low, buddy. It's funny, they sound like they're complaining so much, like...
Not enough mana.
Not enough mana, like it just gets so mad. But I guess if they didn't have that, somebody'd be like, oh, my game's broken. Why am I not casting this spell? Alright, we are much more prepared now to fight these guys. So we'll, like I said, we're just gonna clear our way inside this little stronghold and then go from there. Man. I feel like I have to like drink after every single one of these guys. Oh man, I hope we don't have to go in there. That's gonna be a pain. Yeah, if these guys are supposed to drop this stuff, I've killed 4 of them and I haven't gotten 1. That's a pretty terrible drop rate. So we'll see. Oh my goodness, I knock out 1. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I don't think I was going to be beating him down at my 1 damage. Is it because my skill is so low? What is it at? Where is it at? 63 of 75. I mean, I don't have any attack power. I mean, if you look right here, it says it's supposed to be 7.9 damage per second, but that is based on their armor rating and all that kind of stuff too. So, I mean, obviously mages aren't built to be, you know, battle hardened with their weapons, like attacks and that kind of stuff. It's okay, we'll just stick to the, if I had a wand, that'd be nice. But again, I don't remember, like on Horde especially, I don't know when you, I'm just gonna go. They're undead? Oh, that's crappy. Oh, we're just gonna Rochambeau this dude. So I have what? Oh, there we go. Oh, come on. That's terrible. That is terrible. Oh my goodness, he's gonna kill me. This dude is gonna kill me. Joke's on you, buddy. Goodness. I'm cutting this. Oh, okay, there's 1. Man, this drop rate's awful. Hopefully, we got all the 0 drops out of the way, and we're about to start getting faster drop rates. Yeah, so hopefully we have a better drop rate. Alright. This guy's level 18, which is 3 levels above us, which means that, yeah, he's going to start resisting. So that's not the best. Hopefully. Okay. Doesn't resist that much. Alright, there's 2. Yeah, I might need to come back to this, honestly, because it's looking a little sketch for me to be able to survive. Because I have a feeling that, much like that mine shaft that we were in, I'm gonna have to fight my way completely out of here. Which, more experience, yeah, but it kind of like artificially prolongs the quest. There is a patrol. Okay, he didn't come in this far out. I was prepared. I'm a little afraid. They might be far enough apart. I'm afraid he's gonna pull these 2. Because they kind of have like a... It's hard to hear because they're further away, but they kind of have like a battle cry whenever you provoke them, and I think what we're supposed to assume is that the battle cry that they have ends up making, you know, the other guys near them go, oh, well, I need to come help my buddy. So much like the Murlocs with their, which that was a wonderful, you know, adaptation of their speech, but. There we go. Come on, buddy. Let's get it. Alright. Alright. Good thing I have infinite food and water. Oh, am I too close? Okay, good. We are still at 2 of 8. It's amazing. You know, I might be level 16 by the time I get all 8 of these, so then I could just, you know, get get this quest done. Oh, he's probably inside. You know what? I don't want to go inside. That just looks... Oh, there's 19? Level 19 up there? Come on. Where did I see that? Ugh. Gross. Good freeze. So much easier when they're frozen back there. Oh, good freeze. Yes. That is amazing. It would have been better if you dropped a little potion, but can't win everything. Where's this dude going? Okay. We're gonna go ahead and take care of this patrol. And then, well, there's a patrol right here, but I think he walks back upstairs. Maybe. Yeah, we're not gonna fight both of them. Alright, where's this dude going? Alright. Good deal. Oh, that might have been bad. Oh, that might have been bad. Yes, that was bad. Oh, and I can't freaking... Oh, they're undead. That's right. Alright. Totally gonna use a potion. Because I can't polymorph. So these are gnolls. G-N-O-L-L. And most of the time you run into them, they are considered a humanoid or a beast or something like that. Either way, you can polymorph them. But these guys in particular are undead, and I cannot polymorph them. But I can still Frost Nova them. Frost Nova does not care what the race or class or whatever. It just freezes if you're susceptible to be frozen, which means that some of the enemies have a pretty high resistance to frost spells, and those enemies may not you know, freeze whenever you do it. Or if it's like a water elemental or something, it's completely immune to frost damage, so you can't freeze them either. Kinda crappy, but I'm not gonna complain, you know. I mean, Frost Nova's pretty overpowered as it is. Is the dude... I mean, I know he patrols, so he's probably not inside. I don't know. I don't know where the dude is. Is he behind this tree? I know this is just like a specific point that he could be, but I kind of want to... Yeah, I kind of want to do this quest, especially if... I don't know. Especially if I'm already like most... Oh, that sucks. Tank this. Back up. That was poor placement of me, but I will take these freezes. Alright, bye-bye. We're gonna buff back up. I do like how when you eat and drink at the same time, he like puts the bread in the mug. So he's like drinking the bread, which is just pretty hilarious. And he's wiping his mouth like... The dude's got like exposed bones, yet he's gonna wipe his mouth on his shirt sleeve. Oh, I guess I just find that funny. Yeah, this kind of sucks. It's group of two. I'm not comfortable pulling both of them. So we might just go back on the outside and fight the guys that are just by themselves, like this dude and that guy. If I could polymorph, that would be a totally different story, but right now, basically, I would just have to pop my other potion, which I want to save just in case. Oh, come on. Yes, I know it's not ready. I don't know if y'all can hear the voice dialogue of him like screaming at me because I'm trying to use a spell that, you know, is not available. It's pretty funny. Rothide Brute. Wait, is it a random drop? That's weird. Maybe it is a random drop from these brutes. Huh. Interesting. If that's the case, I'll just need to kill him because... Oh, it could be. Sometimes enemies, like, if you're in an area, that zone will have a... it'll have a quest that drops whenever you kill an enemy in that area. Later on, you'll find these robotic chicken, like, homing signals, and basically it'll be a chicken that you need to escort to a safe place for it to blast off, you know, kind of fly back to the its owner. And there's 3 of those, and by completing all 3 of them, all 3 are escorts, and we know escorts are just kind of a pain. This one in particular has multiple stopping points where the chicken will say like, oh, defense array sees enemies coming or something like that, and kind of sucks because if you're unprepared for it, then you know you'll get ambushed by 3 or 4 enemies, and it's difficult. So a lot of times people group up for it. Not only that, but the escort itself is pretty long. So you'll have thank you. That was about to be dumb. You'll have, you know, groups that are waiting for the escort to be completed so that they can start it, but yeah. So anyways, you finish those 3, and oh my goodness, yeah, this is bad. I'm probably gonna die. I'm definitely gonna die. I'm gonna pop that, because we have what? 12 seconds? What a waste of a potion. Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty far. So I'm going to use some cutting magic, and we're going to resume when I am back at my body. All right, so I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, so we're back. As you can see, I'm on the outside of the fortress walls, and I can still resurrect because they don't care about inside or outside of buildings. Basically, as long as you're within a certain proximity of your body, you can resurrect. And so now I don't have to deal with all those guys trying to get out, which is fine by me. Even though there's a dude that I could loot inside there, I kind of don't feel like it's worth it to run back or to have to fight my way all the way out when those guys are so closely clustered together. So we're gonna just fight the guys on the outside. Let me open my map. You can see that all of these icons mean that I can get the drop from them. So yes, we are going to just do that. Check that out. So yeah, I'm just gonna fight the dudes on the outside. I'm gonna go ahead and make some more food and water because I'm running a little low. And I'd rather have more available considering how much I'm having to eat and drink after each of these battles, which is an indication that it might be a little high level for me. Let's see. There's another guy out here, but he's level 17, so it's probably easier for him to, come on, there we go, to battle these guys since they're his level and not 2 levels, 3 levels above. That's all good. See, this would be a quest. The grouping up would be bad because you would share the drop rate, and yeah, I don't want to share the drop rate when it's already terrible. So I'm gonna try to avoid grouping just because, I mean, I don't know how many guys we've killed, easily over 10. We've done 3 drops, so it's pretty bad. Alright, I'm gonna have to rest after this guy. What is that? That's 75. Alright, halfway there. John Bon Jovi. Hopefully somebody catches that reference. But yeah, we'll just continue this. Oh, see, considering these guys are undead. Oh no, I can't eat undead, right? Yeah, I can eat undead. So that's pretty good. Not that it's hugely necessary. I'm more or less running out of mana than I am health, but for that guy it's pretty good because then he could just eat a corpse instead of, you know, using food the whole time. He's about to heal himself. Alright. 5 out of 8. Pretty good, pretty good. I hope I have enough mana to kill this guy all the way. Oh, come on. Yeah, I think we are definitely going to spec into that after the Frostbite, of course. Because, what is this? Oh, that's not a big deal. Mages do get a remove curse spell, and so like I would be able to get rid of this once I learn that. But spirit reduction by 4. I mean, what is my spirit at normally? It's like less than 10%, so not a huge deal. But the it's more or less a nuisance because you see this icon floating around for 4 minutes, and so people will be like, "Oh, can you remove the curse?" Like that rogue. Spirit is very like, it's not a very good trait for rogues. So if they were to have that debuff, it's not like it's going to affect their attack. It's for health and mana regeneration. There may be There may be a trait later on, I don't know if there is or not, but there may be a trait later on where spirit translates to spell power, for example, and so then you would want, all of your spirit to be available, because then you get maximum spell power, which again gives you maximum damage output, or healing, because spell, I don't know if there's anything that's only spell power. There may be, but I know a lot of times it's coupled with healing, and then there'll be healing by itself. So you'll have a piece of gear that'll give plus healing, and it's usually higher healing than it'll be if it were damage and healing. Should I beat him? Oh, okay, good. Good hit, good hit. Well, we need 3 more. Come on, guys. There we go. See? Just like that. Alright, 2 more. Just because he had one. Just because he had one, I'm going to go ahead and eat his corpse. I'll probably have full health by the time I get my mana regened. But yeah, so basically, I'm very excited about getting stronger, so I don't have to heal in between each of these guys. I mean, later on, like if I'm fighting elites especially, I definitely have to refill between battles, just because they take so much out of you. You're extinguishing all of your cooldowns, and what a cooldown means is like, where's an example? Okay, so Frost Nova has a cooldown of 25 seconds. So when you use a cooldown, it's kind of slang for you're using an ability that has a timer before it resets. And so if you blow your cooldowns, what that means is that basically you're using all of your abilities that have like some sort of special power behind them, whereas like Frostbolt doesn't have a cooldown because it has a cast time. I mean, they have like a global cooldown. You can't just spam like an instant cast. You can't just continuously spam it if it didn't have a cooldown. It has like a global cooldown, which is I believe a second. It might be a little bit more, and I think in later expansions, haste will decrease the global cooldown. I might be wrong, but I want to say, oh crap, I want to say that your global cooldown can be adjusted with your haste. Haste is like a very, very nice trait to stack. And when I say stack, I just mean like you gather gear that has haste on it, and so you basically keep increasing your haste, and so you're stacking that trait, because there'll be different not abilities, traits that you can stack. Haste, mastery, I think life stealing is one. That may not be it, but either way, it's like so depending on what you're trying to do with your character, you may want to have more haste than mastery, and mastery depends on the class. Sometimes it'll mean that a particular power that you have is stronger, or it'll mean that like your regeneration rate is better, or you have more defense. It really just depends what. But that's like, I forget when they introduced mastery. I think that was introduced in Legion, actually. It may have been before, but I kind of took a big break in World of Warcraft. I stopped playing when Wrath of the Lich King was out. So I never played Cataclysm, or was it the Mists of Pandaria? I never played either of those. And then I never played was it Warriors of Draenor? I didn't play that when it first came out. Basically, I got back into it. Yes, we are done. Thank you. Adios, muchachos. We are not even going to attempt that, because if it's inside, then... Oh yeah, so here's a little fishing sagefish school. Basically, if you were to fish in that school and have a successful attempt, you would fish up a sagefish, which you can use to cook. And there are various. Well, I can freeze him or sheep him. No, that sucks. Alright, so we're gonna kill this guy because I want that strange kelp. Basically, your schools of fish will have higher level fish than you can normally get, and sometimes those fish have special properties. And there's a deviate fish which is in the Barrens. There's certain little lakes in the Barrens that you can fish deviate fish out of, and those will, like, when you cook them, you can like kind of shapeshift. You'll look like a pirate, or you'll look like a ninja, or something like that. I think they have multiple transformation looks to them, but yeah, those sell for a lot in the auction house because they're pretty rare. Like I said, you can only get them at like one area, but. Alright, for some reason the game is freaking out. Alright, we're just gonna swim under the water. I don't know why the game is freaking out. That dude is about to kill me. Holy crap. I didn't even realize that. I'm like just lollygagging along and here he is. Alright, so like the enemies that can't follow you in the water, he can't follow you out of the water. So even though he's hanging out, like you can see he's still targeting me because well, not anymore, but when an enemy is targeting you, they will have you in their sights right here. And the game has a mechanic called focus target, and basically what that means is that, or target of target or something like that. So like if you are a healer and you want to make sure that you're targeting whatever the big monster is about to attack or has just attacked, you can set up like a macro that says target the, or use this spell on the target of target. So if the monster's on you, or I'm sorry, on the other player, then you can target the other player by clicking on the monster, sort of thing. I hope that made sense. Come on, there we go. Alright, so we are going to, we're going to turn those in. Yeah, and I think that's going to be it. This has gone on for a little while, so we're going to go ahead and get back to the town, turn those in, and that'll be it. I'm going to collect this first because I like to boost my herbalism back up. I think I'm at 101, so that's pretty good. So before we move to another area, actually I'd like to train, I don't know if I'll be able to, but it'd be awesome to be able to train the next level of herbalism before I go to the Barrens, because there's a lot of herbs out there. It's a giant area, so there's just everything. But alright, so yeah, we're gonna walk back. So you know what we're gonna do? And Pasty-T is just gonna dance in the middle of the street because he doesn't give a crap. So we're gonna leave it here. When we return, I'll be back at the city, and we'll turn in the quests, and then what we'll do is we'll hearth back to Undercity. I'm gonna try to clean up my inventory and get the stuff sold. So I'll probably do that and then just end up back at Brill. So alright, well, thank you for hanging out with me and Pasty, and I hope y'all enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next episode.